the Holy Grail, the Holite. The foundation rock under the dome of the rock in Jerusalem is the rock that Jesus would build his church upon. Remember, church spelled in reverse is crook, which is simply crook. This the foundational rock that the Judeo-Christian-Islamic faith is built upon. Likewise, the word faith in reverse is tiaf, which is simply thief. Subliminal hypnotic suggestion only has to be similar in sound, shape or color. In fact, the less obvious, but still very similar, creates the most powerful suggestion of all. The foundation rock is not only the foundation stone of these human sacrifice religions in the world, this rock is also the cup of blood that the Luciferian entities have chosen for their flock to drink from. This is the long sought after Holy Grail. Of course, Holy Grail is simply Liliwa when reversed, implying the Holite. On this page you're going to see into the not-too-distant future. The Luciferian entities and their puppet rulers have actually drawn a picture to show what will occur in the final push for control. You'll see where the cup of blood will be filled, spilled and drunk by these demonic worshippers. Be very prepared as you continue reading, to see what is planned. Take the necessary precautions to get ready physically and emotionally for the big one. Tell others to read this site and give them a chance to see if there is any validity in what is written, so that they too can prepare. California wildfires. The World Trade Center attack didn't just happen for money and oil. It wasn't an isolated event so they could attack Iraq and build pipelines that would carry oil to the ocean ports. The purpose of the attack on the WTC was to get people's attention focused on the Middle East and eventually Asia. The whole time, people living in other parts of the world, and especially the Western USA and Canada, are about to be hit with devastation never seen in the history of the world. Something much, much bigger is in the works, as witnessed in part already, with the California wildfires. The fires that have struck California over the last few years are simply leading up to the attack. Just as the terrorism subliminal message was delivered years before September 11, 2001, so too are the natural disasters striking the USA, over and over again, simply hypnotic practice shots across the bow of our subconscious. Keep in mind, as mentioned on previous pages, that the original territory of New Spain, which stretched from the Canadian border to Panama, was called Mexico. Mexico is pronounced Meco when given a Spanish pronunciation. Megiddo, the site of the Battle of Armageddon, is pronounced Mehido when given the Hebrew sound where the G is U. The western USA and the Sacramento Valley in particular, is the Valley of Megiddo, the site of the Battle of Armageddon. This valley is supposed to be filled with blood up to the horses' bridles. This foreshadowing of events was written in the Luciferian Judeo-Christian Bible under the inspiration of the Lucifer mindset. They wrote it so that when we witness the fulfillment of all these events, we're supposed to know that this is God and this is his messianic kingdom. Talk about total control and the extent to which this group of demonic entities has gone to achieve success. The wildfires this year are happening just after the war games against humanity were unfolding. The Jade Helm 15 war games ended on September 15, 2015 at 1500 hours. To the satanic worshippers running these war games, these numbers are highly symbolic. The number 15 is the number of the deity, which is the Luciferian egregor. The number 20 coincides with the number 8 on the 24-hour clock, and is the number of complete control. The word war reversed is Ra, and this is the name of the Egyptian sun deity, Amen-Ra. The significance of the fires subsiding somewhat on the full moon is just more evidence of the occult mindset, and Egyptian sun god worship, driving the whole thing. It's very difficult for humanity to accept the massive control this Luciferian force has over the affairs of this world, but keep reading this page, study the charts very carefully and there will be no doubt that something very corrupt and with a definite purpose in mind, is being manipulated and is now being carried out. Cecil the lion killed in Zimbabwe. As for Cecil, that is once again very strange, but very obvious. Cecil equals Cecil equals C kill. Cecil is a lion. Lion equals Sphinx equals 37 degrees north equals Lincoln, Memorial, equals Lion King equals San Francisco equals Flood equals C kill. His brother Jericho was then presumed to have been shot by poachers, however it was just a coalition brother in the Zimbabwean nature preserve, not a blood brother. Jericho is still alive. Nonetheless, the subliminal has still been extended, and the suggestion implanted concerning all things relating to Jericho. Jericho equals the walls came tumbling down equals the banks break equals the financial system collapses equals the fiancée has made herself ready. This Cecil incident occurred in Zimbabwe, which has become synonymous with massive financial collapse ever since they entered into relentless money printing and the ultimate failure of their currency, where such value depreciation resembling something similar to 1 trillion Zimbabwean dollars equaling $1 existed. This example is not an exact measure, just an example of how extreme the devaluation became. And now the Western financial system has performed the same act of lunacy as pertaining to sound fiscal management and have printed themselves into oblivion, with the ultimate aim of self-destruction. All in accordance with the Luciferian mindset and agenda. The marriage supper of the Lamb is upon us.
Du nicht gibst